Howdy, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Howdy, Hez. Hello, Rika. Fucked up my near perfect career with misclicks. I know, it's crazy. Like, I hate that. That's why I actually prefer doing Uma careers on PC, because it's harder to misclick. Or just made the world building and saying a long time ago public. I mean, might as well, right? If what you have now is so far removed from that. Oh, Peril, welcome, welcome, welcome. Realizing I haven't caught a stream since Natland started. That's how, yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes that happens. And you misclick on PC, how do you do that? Okay. Because doing it on mobile is really easy. Because sometimes you just fat finger onto like, what are the other, you want to switch and check like what friendship things are for like each, but then yeah, you just fat finger onto the same one that you already have selected. Howdy, Luke, welcome in. Hi, Chrissy. Howdy, Phantom, welcome in, welcome in. Uma took a long ass sign. I know, dude. Sometimes it takes that game a minute to connect. Okay, so my question now has, and I guess Peril too. I'm assuming that you also play this game. Who's your favorite? Who's like who's the one that you're mostly training? I'm curious, because like this game kind of gives me Pokemon vibes in that like everybody has their own favorite. Ogre, okay. Okay. I've been wanting to do a little bit more with OCAP, but like I haven't gotten around to it. Hell yeah, fellow Rice Shower fan, let's go. You're okay, you're into OCAP fan guild, but at least somebody else is a Rice Shower truther. At least somewhat. I love Rice Shower, she's so adorable. She is just a precious Gina, just a precious bean, and I just want to hold her gently. Like I don't have Rice Shower. She's just so funny. Play her story. She is adorable. I'm so tempted to play, but more gacha games. Yeah. I mean, okay, to be fair, the starting rewards will get you a 3-star, just out the gate, and just the starting rewards will get you going. It's not terrible. The gacha isn't terrible. Especially with how much help you can get from other people. Like, but the starting rewards can get you a 3-star and like a handful of really good support cards. So I recommend it. It's fun. It's actually really fucking fun. Love my A-Place Rice Shower frontrunner. Good lord, okay. Every risk is 70 or 50. I need one of those. I really need one of those. One of these days, I'm just gonna straight up stream Uma. I'm gonna stream Uma Musume someday. Yeah, I know. That's kind of that's one of the great things I've had. The things I've really enjoyed about this so far is about Uma Musume has been the whole guild and how easy it is to share shit with people. Like, it's really fun. I've really enjoyed it so far. So tomorrow, side effects still suck. Yeah. Okay, at least the blood pressure thing has resolved itself. That's really good. That's really good to hear. But yeah, you're still you're still struggling with some side effects here and there. But yeah, I've been in a similar situation. I need to just keep job hunting because I started slacking on that shit. Sorry, we don't censor the word job here. I'm just we don't censor that. We don't censor that word here. Job market sucks. It does. Oh my god, it does. Ugh, get job applicated. Yeah. Get applied, loser. Get rotated, idiot. Okay. Anyways, let us get started. So last time we stopped halfway through, or like 3/4 of the way through, we stopped like 3/4 of the way through Skirk's quest. I hear the word job instantly, sorry. Welcome in, Ozzy. At least you missed the, like the long ass discussion about Uma Musume that we just had. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I actually like double check what I have in terms of resources, cause depending, so I don't think we're gonna get the Tsaritsa in the next version. I think we should have more Musume discussion. True, honestly. I've been like, I'm like so close to watching the anime. I'm so close to just watching the fucking anime for this show, which is gonna be hard for me because Reischauer only appears in season 2. I'm like, I just hang out for, hold out for Reischauer. I've started watching the anime. I need to. Okay, so yeah, I don't think we're gonna get the Tsaritsa for the next patch. I think we're going to... I think my goal here is going to be saving for Columbina, I want to say. So that's the whole idea. So how should I do this? Should I finish the Skirk quest first and then do Welkin Moon, or should I do it the other way around? What do you guys think? Skirk is Welkin Moon, you're gonna freak out? Okay. Okay. Welkin Moon might take an hour, honestly, fair. Welkin Moon has a lot of discussion. Okay, yeah, let's wrap up Skirk here first. Let's wrap up Skirk. it will get going. Hopefully, I'm hoping I figured out what's going on with my breaker. So I shouldn't lose power here. Keyword is shouldn't. Ooh, okay, yeah. This actually works out really well. So how long do we have for this patch? 2 days? Okay. Like you got 2 big meals in front of you? Okay. So we got about a couple of days. That's actually gonna work out really well because this means that I'll have next weekend to do all of the stuff. And because the weekend after, so the weekend the 8th and the 9th, I'm gonna be gone on a camping trip. So I'll be completely totally not jealous at your savings. What, 46? That's actually not that great. I could do better probably. If I keep playing this game, I could probably do better. I got 4? Fair enough. Yeah, no, so we got a camping trip on the 8th and the 9th. So
The fog is gone.
I'm gonna be absolutely high as a kite in the mountains in 2 weeks. So next weekend I think we need to crank out shit. But yeah, that works out really well. Howdy, my guy. What are you doing?
Isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that too?
I mean, that's Skirk's master.
Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master.
Okay.
To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume this form.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him. Let's teach this guy a lesson.
Let's go. Fight time. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we've got... Look at, like, no damage Ether does. Let's go. Yeah, no, it's been a minute since I've done that.
Extinguished.
I wonder if we'll get any power in Nod-Krai. I mean, if it feels like we will because of how because of the lunar reactions, however that works. Oh, I whiffed. Oh.
Go! Bombs away!
Element for the Traveler. Okay. No, that's a good question actually. I don't know.
Water jet!
Dude. Traveler always sucks. I wouldn't say always. But often, yes.
Water jet!
Yeah, that's we were talking about that on stream last week. Was like a lunar update to some of the elements that really need an update would be really fun. Furnace, okay.
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
Hell yeah. Switch! What's up, loser? You lost your cool model. Now you actually have to be like a boring ass NPC, dude.
Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within.
This is by far the most like shonen this game has been
Power.
in a
Such
while, at least.
keen battle instincts. So you must be.
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds. Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers.
Okay. I was honestly wasn't expecting this dude to actually be like relevant in any way. I thought he was just gonna be like a throwaway. I mean, still
This
probably is
the
a
first time
throwaway,
I've
but
heard your name, Skirk.
more of a follower than a friend. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
Hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed, and I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me.
So what's IX doing here?
I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum.
That's a very strange choice of a literary allusion. Like, it just for this dude to just bring that shit up in conversation randomly.
Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference.
Unhinged, okay.
I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I'd actually felt the thrill of combat.
This is getting so just shonen.
When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. When it came to the human form, he was always intent on pushing the boundaries of possibility. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his. And at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead, I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me,
"This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you."
Huh? Excuse me? Okay. Holy shit. Okay, A, he's voiced. B, huh?
Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether.
I find it funny he's like, fucking, yeah, I know, exactly. He just says it so casually. It's like, yeah, no, I'm fucking off. Like,
this planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving.
so I'm leaving.
But first, I have an offer.
I love the VA's delivery of that line. It's just, so I'm leaving. Like, you just cannot give less of a shit.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day, and we can spar like we used to.
I mean, I don't think it would be actually infinite, but the idea does work. Counting by 2, like, there are the same amount of even numbers as there are even and odd numbers, so, like, no matter how fast Cernology is improving, with infinite time, you'll improve at the same rate. Infinity's fucking weird, y'all.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
All I can do is try. After all, a wise man once told me, people need to fight for their own survival.
This planet's boring. I'm going on an interplanetary adventure. I know, exactly. It's like, yeah, no, I'm tired of the dipshits on this planet. I'm just gonna go, like, elsewhere.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple.
Curse of Immortality feels like such a roundabout curse. I know that I think that's a major point of it is the fact that the Curse of Immortality at first glance, like at first blush, kind of feels like, oh, don't have to die, cool. But then come back around to it and you like examine it more. It's like, oh shit, wait, there's like layers to it. I think that's also a major thing about this game is it really likes to glaze death, I guess, is the best way of putting it. Like, it really, a major theme is the value of death, the value of endings, not having things go like cough, hu tao. Which is kind of ironic considering this game has almost been going for 5 years without a foreseeable end. But like, I feel like a big theme of this game is the endings have value, and to delay an ending forever and ever feels more like a curse than anything. Like perhaps it's the curse for the curated for the Fatui to happen. That actually makes a lot of sense, yeah. Because, like, a being like Piero would only come to exist because of that curse. And, like, is also in HSR with Blade seeking death every chance he gets. I feel like that is Blade's, the central theme of Blade's story, but not core to HSR. A very major plot point of Genshin is this Curse of Immortality, death, and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like it's more central to Genshin than it is HSR, but it does exist in HSR too, yeah. I think it's just like something that Hoyoverse really likes to explore. Yeah, Blade is in constant physical agony. Yeah, because Genshin has more of that. The agony itself is the lack of an ending. Yeah, like in HSR, we just have the Path of Abundance. Yeah, I feel like that theme of there's value in endings is much more pervasive in Genshin than it is in HSR.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of yours will be.
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
The stars shall bow in her honor. That's crazy.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leading them. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the Primordial Sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the Primordial Sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Good lord, okay. Doing open surgery on yourself?
Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even
Found a way to
survive
glaze
that?
himself even from his student's prophecy. I know, it's ridiculous. My man is so good at glazing himself that he glazes himself by glazing others. Like,
Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already
none of these
pushed myself to my
sinners.
limits, and
Does he sound like a Legus?
he was still miles ahead of me.
No, I can hear it.
I
Yeah,
had to take a leap of faith.
I can hear it. Yeah. You know, none of these sinners are very normal, especially anymore. Like, maybe they were a little bit more normal back, like, when they were like, when they were supposed to be alive. But like nowadays, no, they're fucking like, they're way out there now.
I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. I don't regret the choice I made. But if you'll allow it, I do want to apologize. To both of you.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
I highly doubt Ryan Daughter was ever normal, but I feel like she was just slightly more normal. Holy shit, Cubase in chat. It's almost like making 5 people with questionable morals and immortal might have someone. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Like, you would think that the Shades would have slightly more foresight, considering they have like time on their side, but no, like, crazy. Unless all of this is intended and they were like, oh, yeah, this is all by the books, like, I'm confused.
You're an interesting one as well. Sertologi's disciple.
It has to be all intended.
That's
I don't
a
know.
lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience.
I think my issue with the it's all intended thing is it almost feels like, okay. One of them literally made herself a shade. I know, true. Hi, Quinn, welcome in. Okay, yeah, Asmodee kind of throws a wrench in the it's all intended thing, because even they're like, so where the fuck is she? So the fact that Asmodee is just missing, is just MIA, is what makes me wonder if like anything is going to plan.
I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants.
You want to kill
is
God? You
not
better
a
start
battle that
hiding.
demands his
True.
full strength, but rather
I mean, that's what Focalor did, more or less. There's less kill God, more disobey God, but close enough, right?
Oh,
Wait, I missed that actually. A defeat without regrets. No regrets.
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. The first time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to exert all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade.
She just pretty much just called him a stoicist. I love that. Like, I sense the lack of emotions of a stoicist. You shit. You think Stoner is a good novel?
Discovering the truth of the world.
Scoff.
The joy of an artist, uncovering a temple of wonders.
interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright. Yet you were able to read them from my blade, like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever.
No regrets.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that.
Honestly, Asmodee is probably connected to Paimon. I know. I hate to... Okay. I just find it so funny. I find it so funny that we have gone full circle like twice now about, is Paimon Asmodee? Beginning of the game, yes she is. Later on, no she's not. Later on again, yes she is. Later on, no she's not. And then now we're like, yeah, no, she definitely is. Like I just get a cackle out of that. Also, hi Ray, welcome in.
One where his opponent forces him to use.
She feels almost too obvious. I think that's why people are so like
his potential and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles.
I think that's the big thing about why people have gone back and forth about her so much. Is yeah, it just feels like she's too obvious, and like the answer is a little bit too obvious. So people just kind of started second guessing themselves. Rose quartz is pink diamond kind of thing. Exactly. Yeah. Although I'm not I've never actually seen Steven Universe. I'm not entirely sure how the fandom dealt with it, but it just feels like that's kind of what's happening. Is everyone's like, no, it can't be. That's too easy, and then it actually is. Like.
After which, all can come to an end, including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal: to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Because what was that whole situation, like, no way they're the same person, that just feels too easy? Was the whole rose quartz pink diamond thing like no way they're the same? Why is Paimon the only one? That's a question I've been asking since the fucking start of the game. Nobody mentions it except for like two people. Like, I think it's like it been like Albedo and someone else have been like the only people that have ever like mentioned, Paimon's a little strange, isn't she? Like nobody questions it, and that's the thing about this game that drives me the nuts the most is the fucking. Yeah, no, Paimon's weird. What's up with her?
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his call.
There's a Paimon forest, like there was a Mem forest, and I just, oh god.
What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
My man got hiccups? Dude, just drink some water, you'll be fine.
You okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain.
My man took too many meds. My man was on too strong of a cocktail of medication. I'll say Infurious does feel like it low-key spoils Genshin. I know, it kind of... Okay, I don't know if it says if I feel like it low-key spoils it, but it definitely does have like some. It's less parallels and more. It's like words slightly stronger than parallel.
I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would have loved to witness that battle. Sertologi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain?
Whatever happened to Asmodee, Alice has something to do with it. Imagine Alice, like, is trying to absorb Asmodee, kind of like what Gold did. Kind of like what Gold did with Nibirius. He just fucking just absorbs her.
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control.
There's only 4 shades and 5 sinners. First come, first serve. Once they're gone for good.
But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sertologi. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though, I know it'll be a long and arduous road if we are climbers in the dark. It appears the dawn has finally broken for me. But your ascent continues. At least, it looks like you are not alone on your journey.
Yeah, no, I got this weird, like, vestigial thing floating next to me. It's crazy.
No matter what it takes.
Yeah, we just need to walk up to Albedo and go, like, yo, figure her out. And just, like, toss Paimon at him. Just like, yeah, no, okay, figure this thing out. I'm done asking questions.
And you, Skofnunger, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That feels very HSR-esque,
It's
that line.
finally over.
Whoa, look
Let's
at
get
the
out of here.
chest.
Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time.
Skirk gazes into the distant sky. That is not a sky, that is a fucking black hole. That is like the opposite of a sky. I mean, it's a sky box, like game dev wise, but that is not a sky. Okay. Figure this thing out. I can't keep paying for its food bill. So true.
But it feels like forever.
She eats so much, dude. Who is she? Like, I give her memory back so she can like go get a job or something. I don't know. Imagine that being like a side plot. Like, okay, I can't keep, even though I literally have like I'm probably possibly the richest person in all of Teyvat, right? I have like tens and like millions and millions and millions of Mora. I still can't keep paying for your food bills. So, girly, go get a job. And she just becomes like a tour guide. There's some questions I want answers to. Playing for 5 years, the same. The one I want is, what is the Abyss? Okay. Paimon, what is it? And for me, I want to know how Teyvat relates to the, Paimon's veracity. I want to know how Teyvat relates to, the rest of the Hoyoverse.
Once again, we've proved there's nothing
Imaginary
we
trait,
can't
whatever. Yeah,
overcome.
same thing.
We're just that awesome.
Yeah, no, that's the big thing. That's like, I think the ultimate question is, if I could sit down with the writers of this game, I would ask, what the fuck is up with Teyvat? Like, not even like how it works internally. I don't care. We can figure that shit out. I want to know, in relation to the imaginary tree, where is it? What's its deal? Does it exist in the same universe as HSR? Is it a dead world? Is it in a different tree? Is it somewhere else in the forest of imaginary trees? Is it like just, where the fuck is it? Is it man-made? Is it natural? Is it like, yeah, I don't know. Like, there have been so many theories over the past however many years. It's Amphorius 2 Electric Boogaloo. I've actually fucked around with that theory a little bit. I'm like, what if Teyvat is just another scepter? Because that would be really funny. That would be, and at times it feels like that's what Amphorius is trying to hammer home, is that Teyvat is a scepter style like, or something similar. Can we go to other planets? I mean, Ether can. I don't know about anybody else, but yes. What if Teyvat is Noose? That would be a crazy twist. Scepter would make so much sense. Because that's the feeling I have had ever since Amphorius started. And like, it was confirmed that Amphorius is a scepter. It just feels like that's what Amphorius is trying to communicate. With how many parallels and how many direct references there are to Genshin and Amphorius, it just feels like that's what they're trying to get across, is Genshin is a scepter. It's just sometimes. And especially since we have all of the computer database references in how Irminsul works, how ley lines work, how just easy it is to understand Irminsul when you think of it like a database. Like, that's just, sometimes it feels like Genshin is a scepter and there is no other way of thinking about it.
Wow, you sound even more confident than you. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, That reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned. The ones that died out? Are they back now?
Yes. The power Skafnungur stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great!
Is Teyvat Iron Tomb? But I love that. I love that pun only works typed out.
It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared, Paimon definitely wouldn't be able to tell.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light.
Hey! Somebody else mentions it, and it's not fucking Scaramouche at the end of an event that doesn't exist anymore. We have permanent content that calls it False Sky.
It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings.
I know Tutoria said it too, but like, it's still funny that we get like, however many years later, and we're just starting to get more content that's permanent that talks about it. Like, I'll never get over the fact that the first time that we heard about the False Sky was in a fucking event that doesn't exist anymore. It's just stupid.
Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst.
Bubble.
We will return to the
Interesting
real universe
vocab.
one day, whether of our own volition or not.
Okay. Well, now that's hinting towards what we were asking about. Or that feels hinting towards what we were just asking, or just talking about earlier, is the whole, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking, Chrissy, is like, even the most beautiful of bubbles has to verse. That feels very intentional. That feels so viciously intentional. Like, they had to have known what they were doing with that one. My two bets are either Genshin is a bubble universe or a scepter, or possibly both. I don't know how that would work, but maybe something like that. Yeah. That feels intentional. That feels very intentional. That feels almost like a confirmation of the bubble universe theory. That's interesting. Okay.
Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves and uncover our true strength.
Bubble with false imaginary tree is my theory. This is the big sky shit. True. I've always held the belief that Irminsul is less of a fake imaginary tree and more of like a twig from the imaginary tree. Cause like it almost feels like I've talked about this many times before, but it feels like Irminsul is kind of an anchor that keeps Teyvat at least somewhat more stable. If it was just an experiment to see if... Oh, that's actually an interesting way of putting it. If you can make a bubble world stable via an imitation or possibly a little piece of the imaginary tree, can you take a little twig off of the imaginary tree, which is so colossal that like even the smallest little like splinter is like Irminsul sized. You take that, put it, like, infuse it into a bubble world, will that keep it sustained somehow? Yeah, exactly. Nahida's saying that the world will be destroyed. Yeah, because Teyvat has to exist, or Irminsul has to exist in order for Teyvat to exist.
Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
I also want to know what the sky looks like. What, like, Teyvat's actual sky looks like. Like, how horrifying is it?
Ugh. This is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows one thing, it's that the traveler always finds a way. Ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things get, he always finds a way to make it better.
It's just eyes. That would be wicked. That would be so cool. If it's just all eyes that are blinking. Oh, that's such a cool image. Oh.
If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with
We
two.
saw a bit of it,
And
yeah,
if
but
two
I wanna
still not enough,
see
then
the
three.
entire thing. Like, I wanna see what the entire thing looks like. But also, here's the question here that I've always had. If Teyvat's sky is fake, where does its light come from? I want to make a novel based on that. That would be really sick. I have multiple ideas for a book because I love apocalypse. I like various concepts for apocalypses. I have so many that I want to explore. And so, like, one of the things I've always been fascinated about is the end of the world, you know, does fucky things with the sky, right? That's perfect symbolism for, like, oh, yeah, the world ain't normal anymore. But you could do just so many weird, surreal things with that. But, like, I've also wanted to do, one of my favorite settings from Magic the Gathering is, Oath of the Gatewatch. There is, hold on. We're gonna go on a side tangent here. I don't know if I've actually shown this on stream before. I might have. But one of my favorite storytelling cards is Witness the End from Oath of the Gatewatch. The entire concept of Oath of the Gatewatch is that there are these massive fucking things called Eldrazi. That just... These massive beasts called Eldrazi that, like, threaten this entire plane. And so this card is whatever hope I had for our world died, Vandri, Kalastra Emissary. Like, I love this concept of these just massive titans just kind of fucking happening. Like, you can't do shit about this. Like, you could probably spot these things approaching from like a mile away. More than that. Because they would literally like pop up above the horizon. Like, that's an idea I've always been obsessed with. But is it more powerful than Pot of Greed? No, it's not. It's actually a really balanced card. It's just pretty much a hand hate. Like, you pick somebody and they have to exile 2 cards out of their hand. But so, one of my favorite Eldrazi that exists is this card called Emrakul, the Eons Torn. Look at how sick this thing is. It is one of the most expensive cards in the entire game, but like mana wise, not like monetary wise. It's actually pretty cheap. But look at how sick this thing is. When you cast a spell, take an extra turn after this one is wild. But yeah, I just love the art on this guy. Where's the full art? There's a better art of it somewhere. There it is. Like, look at how sick that is. Love. Yeah, I love Lovecraftian horror. I do love Eldritch Lovecraftian horror. It's great.
We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, we can make any wish come true.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it.
I think Noose believes he already knows everything, which is why I love hardest questions to Noose, because it is a paradox. Because they need to answer a question that they cannot find evidence of. Yeah, no, so this is actually really fun. This is a whole bunch of stuff. Like, there's a lot of conjecture and like discussion about this in both computer science and just philosophy and whatever. It is proven that computers cannot do everything. Like, there is a proof by contradiction that computers cannot do everything. So Noose, assuming computation in the world of HSR follows the same rules as computation in our world, Noose cannot do everything. So unless Noose is, well, because Noose is an Eon, so they are more the creator of the rules than they are followers of the rules. But depending on how that all works, Noose cannot know everything.
I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely.
Ooh, interesting.
Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing.
She's
moments.
like, we will meet
More
again
than anything,
in Genshin
I
Impact
hope
2.
at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn.
A realm reborn? Like Final Fantasy XIV?
One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth.
Scorched Earth, the mother of all games?
For this, we must all work to become stronger.
Of course.
Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training. Make sure to...
Will do. Bye-bye. It just says bye like she's walking away. No, she just fucks off into another, like...
Is it just Paimon? Or is she being nicer than before? We definitely count as friends after all that, don't you think? Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon treated you to that super nice meal at Wanmin Restaurant, it's about time you returned the favor.
Fine. Whispers betwixt stars and night. Hell yes. Yeah, the fake stars. Yeah, camping beneath fake stars. Gotta get it right. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and then we are going to lose our minds over Welkin Moon. So give me a quick second. I will be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Let us run back into it. Okay, so first things first is control mode transition. Welkin Moon will be a legendary tale from which no one can escape with sanity. Yeah. I remember seeing Ashikai's stream thumbnail about like the time to go insane or whatever. It was like a multi-hour long video. Like the stream was like 3 hours long or some shit. Have you seen the new character yet? This is mostly blind. I've obviously seen like the thumbnail, so I know it's like Columbina and stuff, but aside from that, this is mostly blind. Yeah, hold on. Okay. So, we're gonna go. Today. I'm just gonna make sure the sound works.
What's up?
Okay, it does. Sleep. Wop. I don't know how you stay spoiler free. I don't have Twitter anymore. I deleted Twitter. I deleted TikTok. I just don't use social media anymore is the long and short of it. It honestly, great. It's such a good decision. Oh my god, I love it. I just not using social media anymore has been such an improvement of life. But okay, so real quick, I'm gonna actually. Okay. So, game is muted now. Let us. Genshin TikTok is the absolute worst. I've heard. I have heard.
You wish to hear a story
On.
of the moon?
Yes, please.
That
I have been wanting to hear more tales about the moon, aside from Heart's Desire, for much. Or was it Heart's Desire or Moonlight Bamboo Forest? It was Moonlight Bamboo Forest. Moonlight Bamboo Forest is the one that's
tale
weird.
begins long, long ago.
Hi, Barca. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, it's Wolf Greystone. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That's a big ass moon. I think that's our moon, right?
Mister! Nafa's starting her story already!
You are who's and what's its engineer. Yeah, I love how they just. One of the biggest gripes I have is whenever anybody has Nefa, that's her name. It's Nefa's creator. One of the biggest pet peeves I have about fantasy worlds in like visual medias is people are just too fucking lazy and just use pictures of like the Earth's moon. I just like, come on, dude. You can be maybe a little bit more creative with it, but no, that's just okay.
Mister! Nafa's starting her story already!
Thanks for the heads up.
They could at least. I know exactly. Get rotated, idiot. Or like, Just use, because our moon has a very unique makeup. Because every moon is somewhat unique, right? No moon is the same. But like, okay, this is actually one of the very few things I've actually seen from this. It's just Burnus. Anyways, but every moon is so unique, ours included. It's just people, we default to ours. We think of, oh, normal moon equals our moon. Because it's what we see every day. But like, get weird with your moons, y'all. Make them like bigger and or like blue or red or not made out of just regular ass rock. Like, make them weird. Hashtag make moons weird again. Yeah, it's just gonna be ours. Like, it's so annoying. And that's one thing that I do like about like Subnautica. Or there are some games and movies and like universes that do cool things with their moons, right? Subnautica specifically stands out to me because the moon in Subnautica is fucking massive. Like, it's one of the first things you notice in the game is Subnautica's moon is fucking gigantic, right? In the sky. Like, do shit like, even that alone is a cool little difference. Like, just make it weird. Yeah, Burnus at home. Like, it literally is, right? Like, look at her. It's just Burnus.
Oh, the moon's a long way off. We might go hungry, but at least we have plenty of
What do you mean the moon's a long way off? What? Okay.
time. Huh? Hey, kid. That headpiece of yours is pretty unique.
Not a headpiece.
Who designed it? Could you hook me up?
Yeah, hi, Durin. I don't know why you're here. I was about to ask, what's your story? I'm like, that's not what I meant, but like, we know his story. We were there for it. Like, what the fuck? Also, oh yeah, I'm just now realizing, Durin's story was a fucking event. Genshin, stop it. Stop it. Anyways.
In that era, there was no boundary between life and death.
Okay.
Willpower flowed freely
It's the moons.
between life.
Okay. So this feels like confirmation that it's not just a metaphor. It's very literal. Moonlit Baby Forest is very literal.
Life and death.
Inazuma relevant again? No! No! I don't want to care about Inazuma again. They are differently colored. I will give them that much.
Willpower.
You aren't... Okay, woman, not that? You look more like a quadruped. Unless I'm looking at this third one from the wrong angle, I don't see a human in it. I'm seeing like almost like a Pegasus, right? Like, maybe not like these feel like wings with almost like what looks like a dog to me. Or yeah, maybe it is the chariot.
Among countless beings. The primordial being that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from
Okay.
the earth.
They're different sizes. Okay. that makes a little bit more sense that they're all the same color and they're similar to our moon, because our moon is mostly probably made up of matter from our planet. So that makes sense. At least that's a little bit okay, because if the 3 moons of Teyvat were made out of Teyvat, they literally rose from Teyvat, it would make a lot of sense that they have a very similar makeup to our actual, like, real life moon.
It was not until the funerary year
Reread that.
that the primordial voice once again cried out in the darkness.
My lady.
Well, hi, Sejuani. What the fuck are you doing here? I thought it was just Columbina. Excuse me?
My lady.
The Frostmoon Scions again.
Everyone is in Nod-Krai. I know, it's kind of crazy.
Laughably futile rebellion.
Oh, pale white frost moon,
She's so pretty.
I, your loyal emissary,
Hi, Sheila.
and scion of Hyperborea, beseech you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above.
Wait, okay. I need to,
Oh,
like,
pale
Laughably
I'm eating a Pop-Tart, so I need to, like, actually, like, lock in here.
futile rebellion.
Oh, pale white frost moon, I, your loyal emissary, and scion of Hyperborea,
Hyperborea, okay.
beseech you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above. May your gentle tears pierce the frigid night and grant us, the forsaken and forgotten, your guiding light.
Moon's haunted.
You didn't come here for the story,
You are interesting, okay.
did you?
You, wow, okay. Okay.
You didn't come here for the story, did you?
That's what I was thinking. I looked at her outfit, I'm like, you feel like if Sumeru was like a techno state. Like it does give very heavy Sumeru vibes, but slightly more. Her name is Nefer. Okay, that makes sense.
You didn't come here for the story, did you?
Finished already, huh?
No. It's just a greater storyteller than myself has come.
Whomstead?
Now, beyond the moonlight's reach, an ancient shadow
Fucking Noel. Okay, so what's Nicole doing?
brandishes its hunting claws, taking aim at the stars.
You're right. I came here for the moon.
Ah! What? Tonight, we steal the moon! It's literally fucking Despicable Me. My man is literally Gru. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, why does it say Mondstadt in parentheses is what I'm more concerned about, but also, tonight we steal the moon. Oh my, hold on, somebody needs to make an edit of that. That is so funny. Okay, so right away I'm getting the sense that took a Pop-Tart. Okay, so I saw fan art on Tumblr Groove Arca. That's awesome. So okay, like why? Okay, not why. I have a feeling that this entire Nod-Krai arc is just gonna be everybody fighting over the moon, which is really funny to me, but also like, finally, the moon sus. Hi Rama, welcome. Yes, we are watching this. Okay, I'm just gonna keep watching. I'm gonna just keep watching. Why do you have like a third eye, but it's a crescent moon? Girly? The moon. The moon. Da, 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 da. Oh, she's dead to it. Yep, we knew that. Why is your third eye crying?
I'm afraid you have the wrong person.
Whomstead?
Now, be gone.
Be gone, thoughts? Was that the Wild Hunt? Okay. Hi, Casterus? What? Oh. Yeah. It's gonna beat her. She literally just Casterus. Okay. Good lord, she's pretty. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Okay. So I actually, hold on. Let me pull up. I have very specific art now that is my, yeah, let me pull it up. I have incredible fan art. I forget, I lost who I got it from, but I downloaded some art of this in particular. This is my phone wallpaper now. Which, like, ooh. But yeah, the fucking every Genshin girl requires heals. Although it is better than HSR, because HSR is terrible with its whole heal situation. But like, yeah, no, this shot is gorgeous. But yeah, those heals have like I'm so powerful, my heals are like literal magic.
In the water, the future mirrors the past. The veil of lies is slipping. Time is short. The moon's fall is nigh.
It's literally just Majora's Mask. Guys, Genshin Impact is just stealing plot points from Majora's Mask. The moon is about to fall on us, fuckers. The dawn of the final day has begun. Okay. She says not spoken. It's Emmy Lowe, of course she is.
And things look even messier than last time.
Oh, hello, Alice. Oh, Albino's here too! It's going to begin. It's going to. Let's go! Oh, ooh, hold on. We actually get to see her face? Oh.
There's no rush, and I'd like to catch up with an old friend first.
Okay. I did say that I wanted Alice to have a big hat. This is not a big hat. However, I will take it. She has concepts of a hat. Okay. Ooh. That's good. Yeah, okay. So I did very much want a big hat from her. However,
messier than last
I'll
time.
take it.
Shall we?
I will take it. It's interesting enough.
There's no rush, and I'd like to catch up with an old.
Good lord, those eyes. Okay, I'm actually gonna here's one thing I'm gonna do. Hi, Arlecchino. Oh, I don't have Klee. Fuck. I need to do this. Hold on. Who's Klee's father? I mean, presumptuous. Like, quite the assumption that she has a father. What if, like, Alice just, like, asexually reproduced? Or she adopted. I don't know. Or she's Alice. She could just fucking create a daughter. I don't fucking know. Like, okay. Let's check. Klee. She's Alice, not Gold? It's fucking Alice. Alice reproduces asexually. Exactly. Klee, stand still, girl. Boop. Do this real quick. Just have I like I just took Klee's mugshot. Like wanted, dead or alive. The eyes were not the dominant gene. No, they were not. I mean, I like how like mother like daughter and the fact that they're pyro. That's kind of cute. Klee destroyed a lake for the last time. Jean has wanted posters out for her. The hair is similar color. Similar color, similar straightness. I like the pretty much the same like bang situation here. Like she has these like little. It's pretty much the same shape of the hair, except Alice obviously is much more like well groomed and mature because you know she's the grown woman. But like, yeah, no, it's the same shape, right? Mother and son. The trans child. Yeah, no, but like, yeah, same bang, same hair design. Very similar on the eyes, although, yeah, yeah. Really, the only thing you have going for it is the hair shape and color. The eyes, yeah, are very, very different. Which is interesting because I feel like this is the first time we've had this is the first time we've had a mother-daughter relationship or like a parent-child relationship. Because we've had situation where eyes are the same between characters because they're related siblings. Lenny and Lena, I believe, are the same. So it's interesting how the whole design mantra around eyes now applies to mother-daughter instead of siblings. I wonder if the simplicity of Klee's eyes is supposed to hammer home her like immaturity. Actual mother in Hoyoverse. I know, it's crazy. I was talking about this last stream. I was like, any character that actually has like a parent that is alive in this game, I am standing the parent, not the character, the parent. Like, I love the parent because like you exist. Good job. You're doing better than most other parents in this fucking universe. Really, it's just an early design. It might just be an early design choice, yeah. But I do like how comparatively, like, Alice's eyes. Chef Mal, we love Chef Mal. No, because like Alice's eyes, the complexity of it, the complexity of her eyes hammers home her maturity almost. Her compared to her daughter, like Klee is a kid. So she has very dull eyes. There are no thoughts back there. Like, she's just no thoughts, only boom. Alice actually has like much more like vibrant and detailed eyes that go to show like her whole, yeah, she actually is like much more, there are thoughts behind her eyes. Let me go find her Klee's birthday art. Hold on. First thing I open Twitter to is goddamn Uma Musume Yuri. Let's see. Boop. Close Twitter so I'm not on it for any longer than I want to be. Cool. I accidentally selected this longer than I wanted to, but happy birthday, Klee. Snore, have some Dodoko cake, everyone. You too, Mom. Falling asleep already? Aw, looks like Klee had too much fun today when I surprised her with a visit. Dream well. There are dancing Dodokos, apple-flavored slimes, and shiny new Jumpty Dumpties waiting for you in your dreams. Happy birthday, my sweet darling. Aww. Look at her. She like drew a little Dodoko. Oh. Darling. Although Klee without her hat on is interesting. I like how Genshin has just kept doing head reveals. Yeah, the fucking like tucking her in is so adorable. She's such a good mama. She just has so many like she has so many things that she has to be doing. So she can't be taking care of her kid, but like that's what the stepbrother is for. And like, oh, I love her. I loved her. It's so adorable. It's so cute. No, but I also like the fact that Genshin has been doing head reveals. 'Cause like we get Klee without a hat on. And then we just recently got Hu Tao without her hat on. And learned that she has an Hoga, which is adorable.
First. And you, young man?
What are you doing here? What the fuck is Greg doing here?
And you, young man?
Mona head reveal last year too? Yeah, I know. It's like the head reveals. Like, I love me some big hats, right? I love big hats. I just love hats in general. But like, I also appreciate me some head reveals. Like, give me more Hogas.
Let's part ways here. I have an old score of my own to settle.
I was just about to examine this, actually. Because I noticed, this is a very interesting detail. It is. It's really hard. Get Kale, we're killing Notori, baby. Oh, I would love a Kale return. Oh. Oh, that would be so fun. Kill her abuser. No, it's really hard to tell, but the water mirrors the past. But it's really, really hard to tell because of how distorted it is. But yeah, you can see the red, which was the world needs Kale to return, not to kill her abuser, but some sort of like back. I mean, I think she should just straight up just dumpster her fucking abuser. Me no like Dotore. For the things that he did to to Kale. No, but like, yeah, it's really hard to tell, but like you can just vaguely make it out that that is Scaramouche and not Greg. That's fascinating. Yeah, the red does help a lot. Because I thought the red, when I see it, right? When I look at it, I think, oh, maybe that's just like chromatic aberration or something like that. But then I look over at Alice and Albedo and there's none of that. So I'm like, that has to be the red from his from his. I don't think Albedo. I think he does. It's just they blur together. Yeah, they do, because you can see legs and then something shorter right here. But you also have to keep in mind that even if he doesn't appear in here, he's further back behind Alice.
I have an old score of my own to settle.
Look at that. Night of the still mist, rise of the new moon. Okay, so checking in the description, let's see what we got. She scatters dewdrops upon every bloom and tints the twilight with the sheen of silver. Thus do shadows howl across the gloomy woods as flock of deer and birds take fright and shiver. He hums one nameless tune while walking through those solitary halls, so her homeland may not fall to desolation, so the tale may not be lost to oblivion. So we have Nicole, Aino, Varka, Jehovah's Witness, Inefa, Dirin, Sandrone, Laoma, Nefer, we knew Nefer, Kirill Chudomirovich Flins, High Russian. Kirill Chudomirovich Flins, Moon Maiden Colombina. Interesting that they have Futui Harbinger codename Marionette here, but they don't have that for Colombina. Yoda with a Y sound? Okay. Has Colombina removed herself from the Fatui? I mean, strawberry in check. Oh, that's cute. Kirill, my dog. Fatui are here to force her to come back. True. Okay, that's really interesting. Alice, codename A, Albedo, Greg. Interesting. Okay, so in order of appearance, I'm assuming
You wish to hear a story of the moon?
Nicole. Yep. Because
That tale begins long, long ago.
okay. In order of voice, appearance.
Mister!
That's I know.
Nappa's starting her story already.
Thanks for the heads up.
Varka. Those we all know. Oh, that's Jyota. Okay. Jyota's Burnus. Okay.
Oh, the moon's a long way off. We might go hungry. The moon's
Does the thing bump into a Nepha? I just noticed that. That's actually really cute. That is actually really, really, really cute.
We might go hungry, but
Okay, that's a weird line. What the fuck does this? What the fuck does this line mean?
moon's a long way off. We might go hungry.
What the fuck does that mean, dude? We might go hungry? You fucking, like, photosynthesize moonlight or some shit? The moon brings the food, obviously. Well, yeah, okay, yes, but, like, to what means? Like, how? That's weird to me. That's really strange.
But at least we have plenty of time.
Plenty of time to what? You're starving! Okay.
Hey kid, that headpiece of yours is pretty unique. Who designed it?
Because the moon is cheese. We will steal the moon! Sorry. So,
Hey kid, that headpiece of yours is pretty
it's not a headpiece.
unique. Who designed it? Could you?
Okay.
Hook me up?
I kind of love her already. Gianna has some gremlin energy, and I love me some gremlins, and I kind of love her already. Also, he is kind of cute. Sweet baby boy.
In that
He never said he's gonna steal the moon, but that's what he's saying. It's a fucking... It's a reference.
era, there was no boundary between life and death.
Okay, I'm very curious to see. Before we get into this shit, the gremlins. I am excited for these three to be in like.
Go hungry.
I'm assuming 4 because I feel like Aino's gonna be here as well. Because like Nefa is here, right? So like, what is this? Okay, hold on. Oh, there's a lot of shit going on here. So is this? Oh, it's literally below them. Okay. So Nefer, I'm assuming, is going to be stealing this. Is he going to be telling the story here? Darren has a tail. He does. Holy shit! I just realized that. Oh, and he still has the little cute wings. Oh my god, adorable. Love that guy. Okay. My son. Oh my god. We haven't had a like a I don't know. Okay, this is interesting. I'm kind of excited for him too. I'm excited to be able to play Durin. I honestly did not expect this. I did not expect to have possibly playable Durin. That's interesting. Okay, your eyes are whack. Like, that's not what I expected. When I first saw her, her eyes caught me off guard. Is that Mana Fatui logo? I feel like it... No. This, you know what this looks like to me? Arlecchino. like the mark that she makes on people. That's what that reminds me of. Almost. Okay, so we have, I don't know what this is. Obviously it's more intricate, but the center flower. I'm specifically talking about the center flower. Like, obviously there are more layers to it, yes, but oh no, I'm going fucking nuts. You know what it is? At least the outer shape of it. Never mind. I'm going insane. I thought it was a Genesis crystal, but it's not because it's 4-leafed. Never mind. I'm going stupid. I'm going crazy. Okay. Yeah, no, it might be the Fatui symbol. I don't know. But I don't think she's even related to Fatui. I just don't know what that. I want to know what that means.
Hey kid, that headpiece
Genesis crystal vortex jet. I think about it.
is pretty unique. Who designed it?
Okay.
Could you
So hi, Duran. Although now that I think about it, whoever said that she looks like she's treasure hunter, hoarder, whatever. Yes. Is she a PlayStation or a Pokemon or something? A magnet, possibly? That would be cool if she was just like a fucking magnet. That was her gameplay. It's magnetism. Okay, so reference to Duran.
There was no boundary between life and death.
So it feels like Hu Tao lore is going to be coming into use because no boundary between life and death, so there would have been no reason for. Maybe that's what the funerary year even is referring to. The funerary year, as in that is almost referring to the fact that like that's when funerals were like a thing that you had to do. Like that was the invention of a funeral because death actually meant something. Because to me, no boundary between life and death means that death just doesn't mean anything in this time because you could move between life and death whenever you want, right? Comes with the book of Sun, yeah. No, but like, that's what that means to me. And so in a time where like death is pretty much invented, that's what the funerary year to me could mean is, hey, this is when we actually needed to like start doing that whole thing, the whole death thing.
Willpower flowed freely among countless and
I'm still trying to figure out what this blue moon is shaped like. Because, like, it looks like a cat to me, right? But, like, something is up with it. I don't know, dude.
Among countless beings. The primordial being that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from the earth.
From the earth, yeah. Looks like Sealy. That's so true, Sad.
Willpower flowed
That totally could be a Sealy.
freely among countless.
Also, do you guys see a person in the fog of the background? Or am I going nuts?
freely among
I think I'm going nuts.
countless beings. The primordial being that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from the earth.
Aria Sonnet Canon. Okay, now I'm trying to think about that as like what can we assign the names of the given moons? I'm trying to think because we know just from their size alone, maybe not. Oh, Alice's paper? No way. Which the Solnari and Canon are Arya. If translated, yeah. Because to me, I think it would be very easy to say small Arya, Sonnet,
Planet made
and then
3
Canon.
moons rise from
Possibly, because it feels like there is a reasoning to the order that the mysterious old lady in Moonlit Bamboo Forest gave us the names. Like, there's a reason she gave us the names in that order, and to me, it makes very much sense to either go from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Angelica, Liza, and Peggy sort of style. Aralos, Solnari, and Canon. So Arya, Sonnet, Canon. I wonder what that's a reference. So naughty. Because of Ready Art, yeah. Aralos. It's a Final Fantasy 14 boss. No, it's a character. Never mind. I thought that was like a fucking no. It's a character profile. That's crazy. I found somebody's goddamn Final Fantasy 14 profile. Their name is Audia Aralos, which is really funny to me. No, okay. So I'm like, that's interesting. It's really weird to me that it's really interesting to me that they use alternate names except for Canon. So it almost feels like to me Canon is the one that still exists. But why did the lady in Moonlit Bamboo Forest? It's Canon, but yeah. But Canon, not Canon. Yeah, because Canon in oh wait, hold on. Let me double check this. Yeah, no, okay, yeah. So, canon. A musical canon. Okay, that's really interesting. So, okay. So, here's a fun little etymology tangent. No, it actually is canon. Okay. I was about to say, because the term for the weapon is two ends, right? The term for the musical term, which is what we've been basing this off of the entire time, is one end. However, canon, the like musical structure, gets its name from the weapon because the term is named that because of the sound that a cannon makes against itself when like you shoot it, right? You hear the echo of a cannon later. Does stream die? Why the fuck does... Okay, no, it didn't. Never mind. I don't know why. But... Or at least that's what I was taught. That's what I was taught. I don't know if, like, that's actually what... But that's the idea, right? Is it's called a cannon because it sounds like a cannon talking back to itself when it shoots, right? So... It's one, like, but if it is one end, then it's just straight up a musical canon. So that is wacko. My stream still up? Yes, it is. Okay. It is one end. Okay.
From the earth.
So to me, that communicates that the only moon that is still in the sky is canon, because the only name that isn't changed in that piece of paper between Arya, Sonnet, and canon, because when the lady was talking about it in Moonlight Bamboo Forest, she was talking about a time when the moons were still in the sky. So you would refer to them as Arya, Sonnet, and canon because they were still in the sky. They were still music or something. I don't know. But when they fell, possibly became people? Question mark. Change their names. Canon is still up there. So we still refer to her as canon instead of something different. Because what's interesting too, right, is the Moon Sisters in every conceivable way feel like a counterpoint to a Uniform 3, right? So, okay, so Helioverse really likes their 3s, right? Working in things at 3, right? We are very familiar with this in HSR, but it also kind of carries over to Genshin Impact, although it's not nearly as pervasive in Genshin as it is in HSR. However, Moon Sisters have been a big point of like rule of 3 in this game. But I've always found that they have a weird... They don't like being a Uniform 3. So think of it. Arya, Sonnet, and Canon. Arya and Canon are both musical terms, but Sonnet is a poem. Sonnet is not a musical thing, it is a poem. Now, when you go to this, you look at them.
Willpower.
Woman, something. So this one breaks the 3. We go to the their names on the paper. Alternate name, canon is just the fucking same. So that breaks the rule of 3, right? There's one that always stands out. Sonnet is Sonata and Sienna JP. I don't know. Let me double check this. I don't believe so. Sonata. So, at least in Chinese and Japanese, their names are closer to Sonata because that is what is possible to pronounce in those respective languages, because you cannot have that final consonant in either Chinese or Japanese. You cannot end a syllable with a consonant in Chinese or Japanese. It has to be a vowel, unless it's a nasal, but that's a whole different thing. So it is Sonata in those because it has to be. Every other language, including Korean, is sonnet. So if there was even a single other language that said it was sonata, aside from these two, then I would say yes, possibly. However, Korean, sonnet, Sandria, which is sonnet, Sanada, I would have to check with Rika as to if that's how that works. Sonnet. So, yeah. Actually, I have Translate pulled up right here. You can check this. Whoop. Nope, not Chinese. Yeah, not perfect. Yeah. Canon, Carmen, Canon, Canon. So, yeah. I'm tentative on saying that this actually translates to Sonata. I would stick with the fact that it is sonnet because it is sonnet in every other language. Wherein the word sonnet is like possible. Japanese could approximate sonnet phonetically like sonnet. I wonder if sonata. Yeah, okay, so it is sonata. Part of me wonders if it's an attempt to mirror the Chinese pronunciation of Sangnara. The transliteration. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I figured. Yeah, it's a transliteration. Yeah, I know. But I wonder because Sanata is closer to the Chinese Sangnada instead of trying to approximate the English translation of the Chinese transliterated term. So I feel like it's more of the Japanese localization team took the Chinese instead of, yeah. It's supposed to just be as close to the Chinese name of Sangnara. When you say in Chinese, it sounds like more like serenade, sonnet. Yeah. But then you take into account the other two, which is Ailia and yeah, and Kanong. Yeah. I don't know. This is fucking weird. But either way, right? Either way, the three of them. Okay. I feel like it's weird though. Why wouldn't the localization team localize it to Sonata? That's my big question. Because, like, the writers in the original Chinese would have control over the localization team, right? They would dictate what this localization team does. Why did every fucking localization team for every language, except for the original Chinese and the Japanese, run it into sonnet instead of sonata? The localization team doesn't really do a good job, but that doesn't explain why it's every single one. Every language runs it into sonnet instead of sonata, except for Japanese. But I don't know. Either way, the issue though is it's still the pattern continues, right? That it's 1, 2, 3, possibly. I'm gonna have to check with Reek on the Rush. I'm not entirely sure on the Russian. It could be a break on the Russian, but I just feel like it's weird to me. The fact that it's that way in Korean is kind of like, I wonder. But again, like, my idea is that these three kind of feel like they're trying to break the rules, or trying, like, they're very resistant to being grouped in a perfect three. 2 of them fell, 1 of them still up. 2 of them are appear as like human women, the other is fucking a blob. 2 of them changed their names when referred to, but 1 is still the same. 2 of them are musical terms in the English, and 1 of them is not. Like, I feel like that's more intentional than it is anything else.
The primordial being that once ruled this planet made 3 moons rise from the earth.
Okay, we move on.
It was not until the funerary year that the primordial voice once again.
It looks like a... but I'm also like so far from knowledgeable about Chinese, even though I can speak a bit. Yeah, I mean it. Why the fuck is French saying Aria, Sandria, and Carmen? I wonder if the Carmen one is a reference to the opera. French opera. Sandria? Sandria? No, I don't want sangria. Go the fuck away. French is always the dip. Well, I mean, it is. Because it's fucking, it does weird shit. What was Portuguese again? Portuguese is aria sonete canon. So it's just aria sonete canon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. Aria and Sanata are phonetic transcriptions of the Chinese pronunciation for the respective names, rather than the typical Japanese katakana, aria and sonetto. So that's why those are those. Aria is an Indian and Iranian name meaning honorable. Sandria is the variation of Alexander, meaning defender of men. Okay. Carmen is a Latin word name meaning song. Russian sanada is a phonetic transcription of the Chinese pronunciation rather than the Russian word for sonnet. I'm sonnet, yeah. Alexandria, Sandria, or something. That's a bit of a stretch. That's just a slight stretch there, y'all. But yeah, no, this is what I was thinking is instead of because sonnet and aria are terms stemming from Romance languages that went into English via the Norman invasion because everything is fucking the Norman invasion. So it's just a little bit of a stretch. So then the Chinese writers decide sangnada from the English term sonnet. They make that, and then the Japanese localization team decide to copy the Chinese pronunciation of the Chinese term, which is a Chinese transliteration of an English term instead of the Japanese term for the original English term. It's fucking weird, dude. I love localization. It's such a weird fucking thing. Anyways. Quietly listening to you all nerd out after, yeah, no, I love this.
Again, cried out in the darkness.
My
Okay.
lady.
Back on track.
The Frostman.
Assisandrone. We knew this much.
Rebellion.
Oh, pale white frost moon.
This is a whack ass scene. Hold on.
I, your loyal emissary, and scion of frost moon.
Okay, Scions of the Frost Moon. So would we then assume that So the remaining moon would be the frost moon, but then like why? What about it makes you go hot frost?
Oh, pale white frost.
And she's that resemble the moons can be found in one of the yokai murals in Inazuma. I did not know that. What's Inazuma?
Moon. I, your loyal
I've never heard of any Inazuma.
emissary and scion of Hyperborea.
The photo you sent? Oh yeah, these three. I remember these three. I remember those three.
I, your
A laughably futile rebellion.
My lady.
The Frostmoon Scions again.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, he jerks his head up in like a giggling fashion. Okay, I gotta check now. I gotta check. So notice that her mouth doesn't move when she chuckles like that.
The Frostmoon Scions again.
Her mouth doesn't move when she does that. I want to check if this is a dub thing. Okay. I think she giggles with her mouth closed. So it's more of a nasal exhale than it is like a cackle. But I still think that is intentional. But she is very much marionette. Imagine having to do a dub for that. That would suck. Having to time your lip flaps to two different people, that sucks. God, these voices are cool. Okay.
A laughably futile rebellion.
Oh, pale white frost moon.
Yeah, she's the doll, which is wild to me. That's super
I, your
cool.
loyal emissary and scion of Hyperborea.
How much you want to bet she'll instantly clock Wander as a puppet? Oh, probably. But it's like, it takes one to know one.
Beseech you to cast down your gaze.
Okay, hold on. I need to like lock in for this one. Okay.
Frostmoon.
Okay, I
I,
Frostmoon.
your loyal emissary and scion of Hyperborea.
I know what you are. So your loyal emissary and scion of Hyperborea. I feel like I know that term, but I don't know. I know what you are. Gay? No, puppet. I'll look this up. Okay, so Hyperborea. Mythical people live a far northern part of the known world, so that feels like Hyperborea just feels like a different way of referring to Nod-Krai. Hyperborea and Getcha refers to the golden civilization used in existence. Okay, so yeah, possibly.
Beseech you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above. May your gentle tears pierce the frigid night above. Beseech you to cast down your and scion of Hyperborea. Beseech you to cast down your gaze from the celestial dome above.
Okay, so she's talking. Okay, I'm gonna run off the assumption that the remaining moon is canon. She sounds like she's talking to canon like she's still alive, which is weird, right? Because we've been operating off the assumption that unless she's talking to a different fucking moon, which would be wild, all of the moons are dead. Canon is just a floating fucking corpse in the sky. Skirk's voice lines does hint that one of the moons still has a will. That's interesting, okay. Aside from one story that they are dead. I mean, true, but also so far the Moonlit Bamboo Forest has kind of been pretty spot fucking on. They do worship the moon. I mean, true.
May your gentle tears pierce the frigid night and grant us, the forsaken and forgotten, your guiding light.
You didn't come here for the story.
I also like the fact that Varco wields a weapon that we got, what, 5 years ago? Almost?
Did you?
This is one of the first weapon banners, right? It was the first weapon banner, I think.
No. It's
Or like the second one?
a greater storyteller than myself has come.
Hi, Nicole. Where are you at, is my question. Like, the fuck is this? This almost looks like, this looks like Sangamiya Island. This isn't Enka. Please tell me I don't want to go back to the... I don't want to go back to Inazuma, guys. I don't want to.
Now, beyond
I don't want to go to Inazuma again.
an ancient shadow brandishes its hunting claws, taking aim at the stars.
It's a preview event? Okay.
You're right. I came here for the moon.
Okay. You're going back to Inazuma, you're gonna like it. I don't want to go. That's a really pretty dagger. I would want that in real life. You saw the subtitle? No, I did.
An ancient shadow.
I did want to
brandishes-
talk about it. I'm just too swept up in the bit of I don't want to go back to Inazuma. Hold on, where is it?
Greater storyteller than myself.
Okay, greater storyteller than myself. Nicole is like the storyteller.
Now, beyond the moonlight's reach,
Beyond the myth. Okay.
an ancient shadow brandishes its hunting claws.
Okay, so Beyond the Moonlight's Reach gives me Where the God's Gaze Does Not Fall vibes.
taking aim at the stars.
Yeah, so Nicole, I got some questions for you.
You're right.
Okay.
I came here for the moon.
Okay. 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 So, I've been sitting here, right, the past hour that we've been doing this, trying to think what the fuck this could mean. But like, what the fuck does this mean? Yeah, I know Mondstadt is the moon city, but like, since he's on terms with the Hexen Circle. The Mondstadt connected to the moon. Mondstadt's always been connected to the moon. But like, why though? Because my question here is, okay, so I'm starting, now that I think about it, I'm interpreting it as, instead of like he wants to take the moon, Gru style, he's more saying, I'm here for the good of the moon, or for the good of the moon city of Mondstadt. Yeah, exactly, Sad. That's where my mind is going now. But then that brings up the question of what the fuck is he, what does he want? Like, what is he like? On behalf of the moon. Yeah, exactly. 4 is, yeah, why in Nod-Krai? What is in Nod-Krai? Like, what? My question, okay, I guess this brings up the whole question of what about Nod-Krai makes it the hotspot for everybody right now? Like, why is Nod-Krai the moon place? Cause, okay, I get it. I understand that Nod-Krai is as important as it is because it has a very strong link to the moon. But like, why does it have a very strong link to the moon? Everybody is in Nod-Krai right now because they want the moon, right? They want that power, or they're chasing after Colombina, or whatever, right? And the moon is about to fucking fall in the Majora's Mask style. But like, Weishama. Everyone wants Colombina. That's true. That's fair. Everybody does want Colombina. She's pretty. Have you read the new web event? No, I haven't. Weishama. With no cry. That would be sick, actually. That would be sick, Has. You should look at the preview of it. I don't know. Gonna be straight up. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just give me the info for the post if you have it. Or if Phantom just like posts it in the Discord or whatever. No, VS Code. I didn't want you to open. The land Nod-Krai is in is made up of the remains of what failed to become a moon. Okay. That's true. The leftovers. So maybe that's what okay. Idea. Maybe the 3 moons are not uniform in size because of that, maybe? Fourth moon leftovers? Possibly. Go away, you. Don't want VS Code to be open. So was there supposed to be 4 moons like 4 shades? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Ooh, okay, point. There's 3 shades right now, right? Because Asmodee is just fucking gone. Yeah, the new moon is Betamaris. But what's interesting though is like what a new moon actually is. Because there could be a double meaning there, right? Because new moon, a moon that is like has been newly created in the sky, right? But a new moon is the part of the cycle of the moon where it's not visible in the sky. That it's completely like is completely eclipsed by the Earth. Paimon is fucking everything, yeah. Kongye? Is that Kong? Or is that not Xingye? Boop. This. Yeah, it's Kongye. Is that the Chinese term for new moon? Or is that just what it's... New moon in C and yeah, Xingye, but in Genshin it's Kongye. Okay. Shooting one down and launching it back up. That's hilarious though. Just like doing a quick switcheroo. The good old switcheroo. She's so Sela-coated. Okay, but like... Okay, but like... Why her blood like that, though? Like, why do her name be, or her blood be like that though? Which is interesting because Kong can mean empty hollow, but it could also mean sky, heaven, or ether. Yeah, I knew. I did know that. Cause although okay, Kong can mean sky ether heavens, but it can also, but that the word you more commonly see for that is Tian, which is weird. Like, Chinese mysticism is hard to understand when you start to look at it through its own language. Cause, oh yeah, it's because fucking Tiankong, that's the space. Yeah, Chinese mysticism is like hard to understand because it's just so many words for the same thing, but like in very nuanced ways. But like, the Kongyue. Do they call Paimon Silver floating thing? Probably at some point, yeah. I mean, that is a mood. Her blood is silver? That's an interesting little detail there. Girl, you like, that is not, your blood is literally mercury. Like, silver like the moon. Weird.
I'm afraid you have the wrong person.
Okay, so there was a whole ass thread somebody sent about Flynn's. Let me throw this up real quick. Pull it up. Okay. So, what we got here? It was Flynn's, a long-educated thread about the origins of Flit from Nod-Krai. This is a man. Okay. Where's the Krokendersassen? Krokendersassen is the first historical source that mentions Flynn's. It is contributed to Conrad Bote and was written in 1492. Well, Saxon Chronicle describes the detailed German Saxon gods and Slavic gods. Some of them, including Flynn's, appeared in this chronicle for the first time. It was one of the best books published by Peter Schoffer, apprentice of Johannes Gutenberg. Later joined Johann Fust. Actually, Krokendersassen was first printed world history, not in Latin. Good lord, okay. First 6 lists are dedicated to the English history from biblical times. The rest tell the history of Lower Saxon and Eastphalian languages. The first contains 1255 engravings. The illustrations even dominate the text. Okay. There are a lot of interesting aspects around the book, but that's beyond the point of this thread. Just letting you know this is an important and well-known historical source. Description of Flynn's in Krokendersassen. The Wends left Christianity and, yet again, turned back to their old idol, which was called Flint, because he stood on a flint stone. He was depicted as a dead man in a long mantle. In his hands, he had a staff of flaming torch. On his left shoulder was a straightened up lion, who, when the Wends die, was supposed to resurrect them. And so Duke Lothair arrived with Bishop Adelgit in Magdeburg, and they again smashed the idol in those lands. In Lusatia, where the vain and superstitious Wends then lived. Even through the historical context of these events, and all mention of people who lived in the 12th century and fought against Slavic paganism, looks believable. The consensus is that this god was a mystification created by the author of Chronicle of Assassin. Historians couldn't find any actual prototypes of such a god. Actually, Flynn's resembles literature images popular in the 15th century literature. And at that time, people lived in the great fear of year 1500 and the end of the world. That led to the popularization of the topic of death in art. In the Middle Ages didn't actually care about death all that much. It was the 15th century when humanity discovered it and became borderline obsessed with the topic. What's interesting, 14th, 15th centuries is when the modern understanding of devil was developed and when witches were actually witch hunted. Well, that's a topic for another day. Flynn's, with his long mantle, torch, deadly appearance, and a lion, a knight riding a lion, was one of the symbols of death. It fits the 15th century image of death perfectly, rather than any real Slavic pagan tradition. Okay, so what this is pretty much what this is kind of telling me is, like, this is almost...
I'm afraid you have the wrong person.
It's kind of loose back to what we were talking about earlier, about how, like, Genshin is all about the, like, Genshin is almost about endings and death and that sort of thing, and how it should be okay, or the story should have an end to them. And the fact that Flynn's in real mythology kind of marked this realization that humanity had about death, this sudden, like, at least Western civilizations that spoke these languages and had the same culture, like how people in this time, in this region, in this era, had this kind of awakening towards their attitude towards death. That's really interesting to me. Yeah, and rebirth. That's really interesting.
Now, be gone.
Thought.
Be gone.
Who did you guys say that this was a gravestone for? Because that is translatable. That's very translatable. I like how it's one frame, like just like a handful of frames readability. Sharp for one frame, and then it's blurry everywhere else. His dad, interesting. Unomir of Orna Valkea. Shudomir, okay. For some reason, whenever I'm seeing these like really old names, I have a very, very strong like instinct to roll my R's like it's fucking Finnish. Like Arna Velkia. Like that's my like instinct there. Just freaking roll my R like it's Finnish. Chudomir. Mir. Hey, Columbina, she's so pretty.
In the water.
Her eyes. You roll your R's in most languages that are not English. Yes, I know, but in Finnish, it's very like every time I hear a Finnish speaker talk, their R rolls are so much more like almost guttural. Kind of like it's hard to describe how it sounds to my ears. Just because of I think it's mostly because of the vowel harmony of Finnish, because a word in Finnish that has the lower register of vowel harmony is going to sound very spacious, like you have something in your mouth when you're talking. So like it just sounds very guttural and like resonant and like deeper almost. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really interesting to my ears. Okay, yeah. In the water, the future mirrors the past. Samsara, bitch.
In the water, the future mirrors the past.
I'm so glad, y'all. You have no idea how happy I am that the fucking the VA strike ended, so Emmy Lowe can actually do her performance as Columbina. Because I've been so excited for this, for getting to hear Columbina actually speak. Because the last time we've seen her, she showed up, sung a bit, and then dipped. Like, I'm so excited to actually hear her now. Anyways. No. Oh, is it actually finished? No way. Did I actually just put it as finished? That's stupid. Anyways, I'm too much of a language nerd. If I look at a word, go Arnavia Valkea, and then go, that's finished. Somebody said that she doesn't have a shadow, which is different because she does very much have a reflection.
In the water, the future mirrors the past. The veil of lies is slipping.
Okay, the veil of lies is slipping, which we do kind of know. Like, you know, that's kind of what we've been doing for the past 5 years, is kind of revealing the truth of this world.
Time is short.
These literally have moons in them. Guys, chill out with the moon like the moon imagery. Sometimes the moon shit gets a little bit too intense. Based on her heels, I'm gonna guess she's Hydro. I mean, that's a safe enough. Okay. She has a reflection. It is less tangible than everything else because look, so you can see the reflection of her foot, but it doesn't have the color that her heel or the moon or the petals have. So for some, she has a reflection, but it is different because it does. The color of her foot doesn't actually reflect here. It's just like a shadow of it. So whoever said that, I must have gotten it backwards. She has a shadow. She doesn't have a reflection. That's what I was asking earlier, Assad. Was, yo, okay. If the sky is fake, where does Teyvat get its light? What's the sun? Like, so she is a little bit weird. I mean, we knew that much, but like, there is a little bit of weirdness from. She's not quite vampire levels of doesn't have a reflection, but she's like getting there. And it's almost like she like half exists in Teyvat, half doesn't almost.
In the water, the future mirrors the past. The veil of lies.
Genshin character, weird Moonchild, is weird? No way. The Veil of Lies, just I feel like it's just everything. Because you have to think, right? Everybody in Teyvat, or most people, like most beings in Teyvat, are going to be operating under the assumption that the world that they live in has a very specific history, and that the top of the food chain is going to be the Archons. Slowly, we as the travelers are starting to reveal, hey, yo, there's a little bit more going on to Teyvat than, oh, the Archons rule the people, right? This is not a reflection.
The future mirrors the past. Flaw short. Slipping.
But like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, no, straight up, actually. That's a good point. So then, what's going on here? Yeah, no, this just now clicked for me. She doesn't have a reflection here,
The veil of lies.
but she does here.
Slipping.
Also, interesting point of order, but is it the water? I'd assume so. The rest of the composition of the entire
In
fucking
the water.
scene.
The future mirrors the past. The veil of lies is slipping. Time is short. The moon's fall. The veil of lies. Mirrors the past.
The bow's yeah.
The veil of lies is slipping. Time is short. The moon's fall is nigh.
Okay, so now my question. Yeah, does she have to exist, or does she like choose to what extent she exists in table? Or I don't know. Okay, so here's another weird point of order. Moon big. In this scene, moon big. Okay, you're following so far, right? You guys following? Next scene, moon small. 为什么? Moon big, moon small. Roche Limit screams. Not chronologically presented. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, no, okay. So here's the big thing, right? Is in this shot, hold on. Okay, in this shot, her foot doesn't quite have a reflection, but it reflects the moon, it reflects all these things. So it even reflects, I think the biggest point to this is it reflects her heel water blob thingy, but it doesn't reflect her foot. Okay. Next shot, similar thing is happening, right? You have the moon and the color of the moon here, but you can see her legs, but she doesn't have any color here. And this is also something that happens a lot in this trailer, actually, is this idea of reflections.
In the water, the future mirrors the past. The
veil of lies
So in the earlier shot, she doesn't have a reflection.
is slipping.
But now she does.
Time is
And then we don't get another shot of her reflection for the rest of the trailer. I hate that. We're just brain rotted to focus on. I know. Don't worry. That's what we're here for, gang. We're here to be fucking weird about one detail. Okay. I believe so, because...
in the water. The future mirrors the past.
Okay, so it's to the left here. Yep. Mirrored. That's a crazy catch, Ray. That's a stupid catch. That is a redonkulous catch. That's what? 1, 2, 3. That's like a. That's just a handful of frames that she has that.
Time is short. The moon's fall is nigh.
Okay. So I wonder if this is probably close to the beginning of the quest. Beginning of the story, at least.
Here at last. And things look even messier than last time.
Well, Miss Alice, shall we begin?
Crows to me give me Renova. I know, Koi is back! I was so excited for that! I was so excited to hear Koi now back.
There's no rush, and I'd like to catch up with an old friend first. And you, young man.
Just give her a full hat, y'all. I'm sorry, I gotta say. Although, okay, her vision casing is interesting here. Cause that is like... That gives me Istaroth headpiece vibes. Now my lights went out. The curse of my bad breaker has gone onto you all. Like, it's cool. The headpiece is cool, but I do kind of wish it was just a big ass hat. But it's good enough. I'm good. I'm fine with it. Yeah, but her vision casing is giving me like... Oh shit, no. Now that you say it, yeah, no, that's an eye. That's a fucking eye. Oh my god, yeah, no. Okay, yeah, no, so she has a Renova eye, a halo that's giving me Istaroth, and then Mondstadt. That's kind of cool, actually. She just has straight up has a fucking Primo gem right here.
Let's part ways here. I have an old score of my own to settle.
Does she even need a vision? Good question, actually. Is she in... Okay, does she have the vision for disguise purposes, or does she have the vision for actual practical purposes? Yeah, I was to say the vision is real. That's a good point. But also, I don't know if she would bother. Like, why would Alice, of all people, bother? She doesn't feel like the kind of person that would. Does Darren have a vision? Hold on.
That headpiece of yours is pretty unique.
Pyro. I mean, that makes sense. I'm just so excited for fucking... for Columbina. Like, I honestly could skip everyone here just for Columbina. Like, I'm so excited. You know, people are forced to be close to the visions because of their spirit. Yeah, souls are connected to it. Might have been granted to Alice's liege. That makes sense. Now I want Varka. Varka's true. I would want Varka if he was more of a manhunk, but like he has playable Genshin male syndrome.
Huh. Finished already, huh? I came here.
Like, he's got a bit of meat on his bones, but like, kind of wish he was less adventuring and more. I just want a bit of more of a manhunk, but I could definitely pass on this guy. I just want to call him Bean at this point. Like, come on. Although, okay, to be fair, do we think Columbina is Hydro or Cryo? Because Frost Moon gives me ice, and her whole ass, like, her whole ass design is very frosty. Kind of is the vibe that it gives me, like a frosty night. But her heel gives me Hydro. Because water heals? Yeah, I mean, yes, but like, still. We've had some pretty incongruent designs before. Moon and Tide. Okay, fair enough. But why is it the Frost Moon? Either way, Hydra's a win for me because that means it goes well with Hu Tao, so I don't really care. Imagine she's like a vape buff. Oh my god. Oh. Dude, I would cry with joy if Columbina is like a vape buff and she just makes Hu Tao better. Oh. She's a Newman. Oh, true. That's actually a good point. could be a DPS, destroying your team plans. I mean, I can make it work. If it's a vape buff, Hu Tao stock's gonna go. Hu Tao stocks are always going up. We're like Poppy mains. We scale infinitely. To be an enabler. Yeah, no, because Moon. You know, it's crazy how that works. Her entire thing is moons. She's gonna be a whole enabler for like all the lunar reactions. From the ashes, a new moon will rise. Night of the still mist, rise of the new moon. Nod-Krai gimmick, yeah. Malika, Arlecchino will never let Ghost Lady rise again, but we can hope. We can wish. We can, like, you know, I'm weird about my Hu Tao. Literally have a picture of her above my desk. I don't care if she's not meta anymore. I'm going to use her, you fuckers. I'm not sure Burst is like jungle. Yeah, no, she just fucking like yeets the moon at you. Like Gru shrunk a moon. She just yeets it at you. That would be really funny. Like she shrinks the moon so she can like hold it, and then she like throws it at you and enlarges it while it's hurtling towards you. Iron core. Get mooned, idiot. I have a new thing. Xiangling is still gonna be better. Yeah, true. Xiangling is always better. I should fix my Hu Tao build. You should. You should. Fix your Hu Tao build. Hu Tao best girl. You don't have Hu Tao? Well, I know who your next character is gonna be. Next time Hu Tao gets a rerun. For my unbuilt Hu Tao, build her! She's so good! She deserves it. Hu Tao deserves the build. Oh shit, okay. Gotta save? No. Incorrect. Incorrect. Pulled her, then became a Yanfei maid. You pulled her and then ditched her for her girlfriend? Come on. No. I will literally ban everybody that does his Hu Tao now. I'm more inclined to ban Ray than to ban Chrissy. Like Horatio. Decent. Not great. It could be great, could be better, but
Toodaloo.
only thing on the world I'm afraid of is BTS fans. That's wild. She has a decent build, but I don't have Staphyloma. Yeah, no, Staphyloma is like... This is kind of my pride and joy in my account. Because I got this before the rework of weapon banners. For a while, this was my only, like for a long ass time, this was my only 5-star weapon. But yeah, no, I got this before I reset, or before, yeah, I have C1R1. But yeah, I got this before they changed how weapon banners worked, and that getting this was kind of my like reason to build Hu Tao. So Unascended Skyward Blade. Do I seriously have an Unascended Skyward? I do. And then I also have Lenny's bow on Amber because fuck this shit. This caused me so much pain because I had the fucking... This is when I was pulling for Arlecchino's weapon. Brr. I still think my best built character is the Farina at this point, just because I have C2 R1 because I'm fucking dumb. Maybe what I got. Yeah, I think I got Lenny's and then I got something else. I forget what. But I think it might have been a Skyward or something along those lines. And then I got Arla's weapon, and that was just pain. That was just pure fucking pain. Although if it, I can't tell which one is more. I'm more happy to have Cinnabar, like Festering and Cinnabar at R5, or Staphyloma. Like I can't quite tell which one is like my. I'm more glad to have, but like these three are crazy. Tell more Xiangling. I would say Xiangling. Yeah, Festering Desire and Cinnabar Spindle. I am... Ooh, the 1.0 moment. I've been playing this game for way too fucking long. My goddamn... I'm almost maxed out on weapons, excuse me. Hold on. Give me a moment. Be careful with what I do for 3 stars. How many fucking Skyrider swords do I have? Good lord, dude. Let's cut down on the number of Skyrider swords I have. Just cut down my weapon inventory, because my weapon inventory is cooked. Keep a handful of them. I also know I have so many Fair Shadows. My HSR artifacts maxed. I know I have... I almost have max on these. Let me just do this real quick. I see it, Chrissy. That should be good. Enough, I guess.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something.
You just delete the rest. Yeah, I should probably do that actually, but that's more of a maintenance thing off stream that I'll probably never do. Anyways, I'm now excited. I'm now very excited. Oh yeah, no, you have no idea how many times I've maxed out my fucking. You have no idea how many times I've maxed out that goddamn artifact inventory.
Sunlight, but when the moon...
But yeah. That, I think, is all I have for today. I'm so excited for this new version, dude. I'm so pumped. I'm so ready. I'm just ready to actually like talk to Columbina and to have like a whole like I don't know. Everybody is collecting around this one area, and I feel like big things are happening. We're so back, y'all. We're so back. I'm ready for this game to get crazy again. Mayor Javari too. Like it just feels like it's all. Yeah, it just feels like this game is back. Because Nat Lane was great and all, but it just felt like it was a bit of a side tangent. I feel like we've been on a side tangent since, like, Sumeru almost. Like, I love Fontaine for all that it was, but like I feel like we've been on a side tangent ever since Sumeru. But now, we're so back, y'all. We're so back. Lore is happening. I'm so ready. Anyways. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be here to stream next patch and Mayor Javari and all that jazz. Next week after that, I'll be gone in the mountains. And then soon after that, hopefully, we'll get Nod-Krai. So, yeah. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next week. So, bye-bye, y'all.